I'm Liv, your emotionally exhausted, chronically online host, and every week we talk about life, relationships, internet chaos, bad decisions, awkward moments, and all the things that spiral way faster than they should. Welcome to This Escalated Quickly, where bad decisions make great stories. Today, I judge people based on how they assemble a bookshelf. No, seriously. I took dates to IKEA to see who would survive a $20 Allen key and a tiny instruction manual. Hook time. If you can assemble a bookshelf with dignity, patience, and zero mansplaining, you get a second date. If you try to glue someone's self-esteem to a dowel and call it leadership, that's a hard pass. This isn't a joke. I made rules. I booked the IKEA date as an alternative to dinner, told them we were doing a quick home project, and timed how long it took for the ego to emerge or for silence to become a problem. Don't worry, everything was consensual, and I'm not recommending subterfuge. This is a chaotic personal anecdote with real boundaries. Now let me explain why I did it, because yes, it sounds like a therapy session disguised as Swedish flat pack theater. Okay, I'll admit it. I wanted to see how people behaved under low-stakes stress. Dinner is performative. You can fake curiosity and rehearse your opinions. But give someone a tiny hex key and a page of hieroglyphic pictures, and you get real behavior. My rules were simple. 1. Tell them the date plan ahead of time. No ambush assembly. 2. Keep it short. The whole thing had to be less than an hour. 3. No cell phone avoidance. If they vanished into texts during the task, that was noted. 4. Safety and consent. If anyone was uncomfortable helping or at IKEA in the first place, we shelved the plan. I timed, I observed, and I took mental notes like I was grading for emotional labor. Also, full disclosure, part anthropologist, part petty, entirely chaotic best friend energy. The goal wasn't to entrap. It was to see patterns. Do they ask for help? Do they take over? Do they apologize when they break something? All tiny things that become big red flags later.
Section 2. Story 1. The overconfident Allen key guy. Picture this. He arrives 5 minutes late, but with a LinkedIn-level smile and the kind of confidence that treats instruction manuals like optional reading. He grabs the flat pack like he's about to lead a TED Talk on dowels. He announces, "I got this," and immediately discards the instructions. Within 10 minutes, he's debating whether a screw is actually a screw and doing weird heroic poses while holding a plank of wood. At one point, he smacks the Allen key like it owes him money. He's loud, he's sure, and every misalignment is someone else's fault, usually the wood or fate. He refuses to ask for help, even when he's clearly lost, because that would damage his brand of competence. He then proceeds to text during a crucial step, BRB finishing this table, which in the language of modern dating translates to, I value the appearance of being in control more than actual teamwork.
Hot take time. Watching this guy was like watching emotional labor play out in miniature. He performed competence, but didn't actually contribute stability. In texting, this guy will send a motivational meme when asked how he feels about a problem, and then ghost mid-conversation when it gets messy. He equates being useful with controlling the narrative, not with shared effort. That's a red flag, specifically the performative fixer badge. It looks confident on a date, but becomes exhausting in a relationship because you're always managing their image of themselves instead of growing together. If IKEA were a prenup, this dude would be insisting on a clause about who gets to put the screws in. Do you want someone who can ask, hey, want help? Or someone who can't imagine they might be wrong? Ask yourself that the next time someone swats away the instructions like spoilers for a show.
Section 3. The silent partner versus the micromanager. Story A. The silent partner. He shows up, is pleasant, helps hold things when asked, nods and says things like, do whatever you want. At first, it's calming, like finally, someone low drama. But then, mid-assembly, he disappears into silence when a decision is needed. He won't take the lead, won't disagree, and then later texts passive-aggressive one-liners like, cool, when you rearrange a bookshelf. That silence, it's not peace. It's abdication. In relationship terms, he's emotionally unavailable in small moments, and those add up faster than you think. Story B, the micromanager. Imagine someone who reads the diagram, then reads it again, then reads it out loud in a managerial tone. Every bolt becomes a PowerPoint meeting. No, turn it 90 degrees. No, you're holding it wrong. The left there, the left over here. Suddenly, you are in a corporate training seminar about a bookshelf. He corrects you more than he compliments you, and he blames you when the shelf wobbles, even though he was literally the one who told you to just try this. Both are exhausting. One withdraws labor, the other hoards it and weaponizes corrections. Now for the group chat roast interlude. Imagine my friends after I texted them, "Do not date someone who brings their own ego to home assembly." My best friend replied, "What did they assemble? A bookshelf or their emotional baggage?" Another wrote, "If he's measuring your feelings with a tape measure, block him." We riffed for like 10 minutes, which was healing and also a little mean. But that's what friend groups are for, to remind you that you're not the only one who watched someone cry over a Phillips head screwdriver like it was the boss from hell. Pattern analysis and life lessons. Small shared tasks reveal big things. If someone can't ask for help, that's a pattern. If someone can't accept help, that's a pattern. If someone turns teamwork into a performance metric, that's a pattern. Look for these signs in text messages too. Consistent disappearing, correction without collaboration, and enthusiastic declarations followed by a little follow-through. Set tiny tests of your own, non-manipulative ones, like asking for help with a board game or a two-person recipe, and see how they respond. And please, always make consent and safety the baseline of any experiment. These are anecdotes, not instructions for entrapment. The goal is clarity. You don't have to date emotional chaos, and you don't have to feel guilty for noticing patterns. Recap. I tried IKEA dates because shared small tasks strip a person down to their operating habits faster than dinner conversation. Overconfident fixers perform competence, but lack teamwork. Silent partners withdraw labor and then weaponize passive aggression. Micromanagers control tiny things until you forget you are allowed to decide. My final hot take, IKEA should be the new prenup. Not legally, obviously, but as a social stress test. If you both laugh, ask for help, and finish the shelf without a crisis, that's a good sign. If you leave with a new set of emotional bruises, maybe table the relationship and the particle board. CTA time! If today's episode made you laugh, question humanity, or feel slightly better about your own life choices, then my job here is officially done. Leave a review. Tell me about your own DIY date disasters, or that one time someone tried to use a hammer as an argument. Share this episode with a friend who needs a laugh or a gentle shove off a bad first date. And hey, if you ever try an IKEA date, do it safely, be honest about the plan, and maybe bring a snack just in case the Allen key drama runs long. If today's episode made you laugh, question humanity, or feel slightly better about your own life choices, then my job here is officially done. Stay chaotic.